Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm back with part 2 of the Lidl Perfume Dupes review test. So I will link the first one that I did down below. I've been meaning to do this for ages. I had these other 2 fragrances that I've been meaning to review. Anyway, better late than never, as they say. So the first one, well, a bit of background info about Lidl's perfumes. They're called Suddenly Fragrances. They are under a £5. I can't remember the exact price, £4.99 I think. So they are under a £5. They're all Eau de Perfume. They are all 75 mils. They are supposed to be dupes or perfumes likened to bigger brands. Going by the packaging, I said this in my first video, I walked straight past them on the aisle. They're on the top shelf. I walked straight past them when I was looking. They don't stand out. They're not very, they don't scream luxury, perfumes, dupes. They're just very basic, but I suppose it's under a £5. So the first one we're going to try is Rebile. I'm going to say that. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is supposedly likened to or dupe for YSL's Libre. Now, Rebile is Eau de Perfume, 75 mil, under a £5. They're vegan. It's supposed to be fresh and floral with citrus undertones. Yeah, once opened, 36 months. Doesn't really say much on the side with regards to ingredients, but after having a look, produced in Germany, after having a look online, its notes are bergamot, lemon, rose, jasmine, orange blossom. I love orange blossom. Lavender, white musk, vanilla. Yeah. And when you look at the ingredients for the YSL Libre, very similar. They're not exactly the same, but the Libre has mandarin oil, blackcurrant, accord, lavender, jasmine, lavender oil, orange flower, so similar to the orange blossom, vanilla, again, Rebile's got vanilla, musk. So there is very, very, very similar notes, ingredients in both. Libre has cedarwood oil, which Rebile doesn't. So there is a couple that are different. Rebile's got bergamot, but in Libre there's mandarin oil and blackcurrant. So there's a few that are similar and a few that are different. So I don't know. Let's give it a go. YSL Libre is going to set you back £102 for a 50 mil. Lidl's version is under a £5 and 75 mils. So let's give it a go. So this is the bottle. Again, nothing exciting, nothing wow, but let's see how it smells. By the way, I have never tried the YSL Libre, so I don't know what it smells like, but I actually really like the smell of that. I wish I had the YSL one next to me to compare, but all I will say is that it does smell very nice. It's just, I think my experience with the Lidl perfumes I tried in the first video was that they just don't last very long. But I suppose for under a £5, they're not going to last as long as the brands, aren't they? So if you're not bothered about topping up, then I would recommend it. It actually smells really nice. The citrus undertones are definitely coming through on this one. I really like it. You know what? For day to day, for work, running a few errands, I'm actually going to spray that on my skin and see if I can... It just doesn't look very luxury, does it? And yeah, it does. It smells lovely. It smells nice, but it doesn't smell luxury. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't smell luxury. It doesn't look luxury. It's not really do. But I suppose it's for under a £5. What more can you expect? Okay, so the second perfume I'm going to review is Madame Glamour. Again, Suddenly Fragrances, Eau de Perfume, 75 mil. This is supposedly a dupe for Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. I love that perfume. I have had it in the past. So let's review the top notes. In Madame. It's bergamot, orange blossom, jasmine, rose, white musk and vanilla. Very similar, can I say, to the ones in here. Bergamot, rose, jasmine, orange blossom. So are they using like the same notes for each one? Just adding a couple of different other ones in, I don't know. Sounds very similar to the other one. Vanilla, white musk, minus the lavender. Don't know, mystery. And Chanel Coco Mademoiselle has similar ingredients like the orange, the bergamot, the jasmine, rose, vanilla, white musk, but there is a few more additional notes in the Chanel, such as ylang ylang, patchouli, tonka bean, I love tonka bean, and Haitian vetiver. So there is a few different additional notes that are not in Madame. But a Chanel Coco Mademoiselle will set you back £104 for a 50ml. Lidl's doesn't even cost a fiver. Let's have a go and see if it smells anything like Chanel. Okay, so let's give it a quick spray. There's the bottle. Very similar to the other one. I would say it resembles Coco Mademoiselle. It's not bad. Like when you think about it, for a £5 dupe, not bad. It is. I can see why people say it's likened to Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle, but it doesn't smell like it, if that makes sense. I can see why. I can see what. It's really weird to explain, and I wish I could almost send the smell over the video, over the camera. But I can see why it's likened to it, but it doesn't. To me, it does not smell anything like Coco Mademoiselle. The strength, the intensity, I don't think you can compare it, sadly. But it does smell very nice. So if you're just looking for a fresh, light smelling perfume that resembles some notes of Chanel, not bad. But I wouldn't say that that is a dupe for it. Not at all. Not at all. Like if I sprayed that and you walk past me, or I said to you, what does that smell like? You would not say Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. That's the only way I can describe it. It's really hard to describe smells without you smelling it yourself. But yeah, as for a, you know, a cheap fragrance, day to day, I can still smell this one. And I sprayed that about 15-20 minutes ago. So yeah, if you don't mind topping up, then I would, why not? Try the Lidl perfumes. But I don't think they are necessarily the best dupes out there. They are probably likened to the originals slightly, but that's it. And I think it's quite amazing that they have very similar ingredients. Anyway guys, my battery's gonna die, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what other perfume dupes you'd like me to try, and have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.